The Siren, directed by Tyler Hailey, tells the story of a group of friends who decide to take a weekend camping trip together, only to have that trip cut short by a nearby cult. The Siren is an independent horror film that premiered back in March of this year, and I'm super happy I was able to attend the premiere and see this film in a theater with the director and a couple of the cast members present as well. It was a great night and an awesome experience. I've been wanting to talk about this film for a while, and I figured now would be the best time to do it. It is October after all. The spooky season is here. It's one of my favorite months of the year, and it's the perfect time to, of course, talk about and watch horror films. And I'm really excited to talk about a film you've probably never heard of, but need to watch. As I mentioned earlier, The Siren is a low-budget, independent film, and I'm going to review it as such. This film is not a mainstream film with a massive budget, and it would be pretty unfair of me to review it and compare it to those types of films. That being said though, The Siren is really well done. This film is well directed and has some really solid performances. These are all indie actors here, and I thought they did a great job for the most part. The plot involving the cult members was also really interesting too, and I'm so glad the director doesn't tell us too much about them, which really adds a layer of mystery that I liked a lot. Because I find it really annoying in horror films when the main characters meet some random expert who explains every single detail about the antagonist in the film, and it turns into a 10-minute expositional scene. Some info is fine, but explaining every little thing kinda ruins the mystery for me, because the mystery is all gone then. There's nothing there. There's nothing to learn and look forward to when everything's out in the open. I don't like being spoon-fed, and thankfully, there's none of that in this film. They do explain a few things, but they explain it in a different way that I liked. The cult members were also creepy, and some of the kills were great. One scene in particular, which I'm not going to spoil, had an excellent use of practical effects. I really liked it a lot. It was really, really well done. I will say though, the one thing I really liked about this film is that the cult members are human. They're not portrayed as these invincible, super-powered beings that never get hurt. You know, the cult members in this film, they get hit back. They fall, they trip, they get hurt. And it really made the film feel more realistic and grounded. And not only that, but even decisions that characters make throughout the film are realistic. The characters feel relatable at times because of these realistic decisions. There definitely is an underlying sense of realism in this film that I'm sure many of you will appreciate, because I know I definitely did. The score is also really damn good in this film. I liked it a lot. It's very ominous and eerie, very creepy at times too. I even contacted the composer Caleb Allen Parker after watching this film, and I bought the score from him. That's how much I enjoyed it. Unfortunately though, I do have some minor issues with this film, most of those being technical. There are a couple times in this film where some of the scenes were really dark. It was a little hard to see what was going on, and extra lighting would have really helped to brighten up those scenes. The dialogue was also low at times, which made it a bit hard to hear what was being said. There are also one or two scenes where the frame gets in and out of focus a few times, and I really wish they had picked up on that. Some of the acting by the secondary characters could have also been a lot better. Some of those line deliveries were very weak. But please, don't let any of that deter you from watching this film. Please remember that this is a low-budget, self-financed, independent film. The director did a lot of the work by himself. There was no massive production team. There obviously will be a few issues, but for the budget they had and the time constraints they were under, The Siren is a really well-made film. In fact, I enjoyed The Siren more than most mainstream horror films that have recently been released. You know, to me, this is a true statement. It's my opinion. I'm not just saying it to say it, and I'm not trying to kiss anybody's ass here either. But I honestly feel The Siren is better than most Hollywood-produced horror films that have recently come out. I genuinely mean that. Overall, The Siren is a well-directed horror film with good performances for the most part, an interesting plot with some great twists, an excellent use of practical effects, and a really solid score. I just wish some of the actors who played secondary characters gave better performances and that they were able to catch and fix some of the technical issues like dark scenes and low dialogue. Regardless though, this is one of the better independent horror films I've seen, and I'm going to give The Siren a 4 out of 5. I highly recommend this film, especially if you are a fan of independent films and horror films. As an aspiring professional filmmaker myself, I love supporting independent filmmakers, and I really, really respect what they do with what little they have. So it's very important to me that these types of films and the directors who make them are seen and supported. So Tyler did have professionally made Blu-rays that he was selling at the premiere. Only 300 copies were made, and I was able to grab one and get autographed by not only him, but some of the cast members as well, which was really awesome. If you guys are interested in seeing and supporting this film, then please definitely buy a Blu-ray. I will leave Tyler's info in the description box down below where you can contact him. Like I said, only 300 Blu-rays were made, and last I heard, there aren't many left. So if you guys are interested in buying a Blu-ray, definitely act fast, because that's it. Once they're gone, they are gone. These Blu-rays aren't available anywhere else, and from my knowledge, this film is not available on any streaming platform. The Blu-ray is filled with bonus material and includes a small print of the poster signed by the director, Tyler Hailey himself. Now, if any of you are wondering, no, Tyler did not contact me to make this video, nor did he send me anything. This video is of my own doing. It's something I wanted to do for a very long time. Nobody contacted me about it. I just love supporting indie filmmakers, and I really wanted to talk about this film and share it with you all on my channel. Oh, by the way, Tyler does have his own YouTube channel where he reviews films. There's a ton of great content over there, so please check his channel out. I will also leave that link as well as his email in the description box down below. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay notified every time I upload a new video. And I hope you all have a very happy Halloween.